Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is April the 3rd, 2019. Strong hand offended by selling. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Unconfiscatable. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Be a unique beast. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. This week of Bitcoin will be on Friday. It will be at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. New York time. In Chicago, that's 5 p.m. And that's where Jeet will be coming from. Jeet will be on, and we'll have some other people on also. It'll be a grand old time. So tune in then. Also, remember tomorrow, 1 p.m., I'll be on UK Bitcoin Master channel. That is linked to below. 1 p.m. New York time. That's 6 p.m. in London, where he is, or England, where he is. And yeah, let's get into the news of the day. Steemit. So I go to my Steemit account and I can't check how much Steem I have. They redid some things out of the blue. And so you can check out the link below. Important changes to Steemit and wallet. So people are complaining it just happened out of the blue. They do have a big link on top of all the pages now. I haven't really tried it out yet. They have ads on Steemit now. Very interesting. Steemit is notorious for just changing things like that and people being shocked. So just another day. Hey, but again, this right now, this show is being played there live. If you're a content creator, you post your stuff over there, you get the Steem, you turn it into Bitcoin, and you pound that like button because you value your wealth in Bitcoin. But yeah, you never know what you're going to get over there. So, Andreas Antonopoulos has a great video out there about he is not scared of Facebook coins. And he says Facebook coin will be just a competition with banks and let them go about their ways. And he's not scared of JP Morgan coin either. And the thing about Facebook coin that he points out, which is something to remember, they'll do well, but they'll also sell all your financial transaction information that you make with them. And bank coins are on the way also, and they will be huge, just like fiat is already huge in that type of way, okay? So he's not worried. Bitcoin is a freedom coin. It's unconfiscatable, and you can't stop it. Uncensorable. And he says a lot of people in the West don't really care about that kind of stuff, so they'll get into the Facebook coin, obviously. But he says most of the world, they'll like the freedom coin aspects of Bitcoin. Check out his video. He points to again, it's what I've been saying too. Don't get freaked out when you hear about JP Morgan coin and all these big name coins. Let them do it. And some of them are going to fail for a while, then they'll get the hang of it, but they'll still be centralized and they're nothing to worry about. They'll just compete with banks and fiat and all that. And we'll be in the Bitcoin overlay, uncensored. We won't be, when you use your Facebook coin, they can just turn you off and they're going to sell your personal information anyway. Adam Meister spent $20 at that supermarket. And then anyway, Adam Meister won't be using Facebook coin. You better believe it, baby. Adam Meister, he treats Bitcoin as his savings account, and he'll just use his dirty fiat to buy his food and put gas in the car of family members of his. Because I don't have a car. Pound that like button, baby. All right, moving on. All right, I'll use it on public transport or use it on my plane. That's when I'm flying around the world. And there'll be news soon. Well, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to come back to Los Angeles and Israel again. It's like this whole year's been cyclical. So yeah, Baltimore, Los Angeles, Israel, it's all the same. 2019's been, but once October comes around, then who knows where I'm going to be? It'll be a while, but more on that later. Udi, speaking of Israel, Udi has a great tweet out there. He's been on the show before. Reminder, the blockchain is the undesirable waste that is produced during the useful process of transferring Bitcoins. Check out that thread. He does a great job of, he is a hardcore Bitcoin guy. So when he hears people just spouting off blockchain, I mean, He gets intense, and it's an intense thread. Check it out. All you Litecoin freaks out there, I don't know why it's pumping. It's pumping. You should be holding Bitcoin. And how all these people are wasting their precious Bitcoin on all these altcoins is beyond me, but we'll get into that in a second. Litecoin Foundation announced that in October in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, they're having another Litecoin summit. So if Charlie Lee wants to fly me out there, by that time I'll be able to go back to Vegas. I won't be saying the Kaddish anymore. So yeah, not that that's going to happen or anything like that. That'll be it. But for those of you who care, Litecoin, maybe that's why they're pumping so much. Well, hey, they got good marketing now. They do have marketing. They've been marketing themselves, and they've got a foundation. And yeah, I mean, I know it's centralized, dudes. But if you're going to be a top tier altcoin, this is they're figuring out the formula. Now again, it's not pumping because they announced that they're having an event. I really don't know why it is pumping. Just why worry about it? Why worry about why Litecoin and Bcash are pumping? But they are, and the good thing one good thing that they have halvings. And that is nice that coins that have halvings that are just based on or just copies of Bitcoin are doing well. I take that as a positive. Okay. I'm always looking on the positive side of things. And I said that on yesterday's show. Check out yesterday's show. Check out techbalt.com, TECHBALT. Follow me on Twitter at techbalt. Oh yeah, I'm in a rush. I got to go running soon. And then I got to go to synagogue afterwards. All right. That's why I'm in a rush. But you're getting this show in the afternoon today. Be happy. I'm happy. Always happy. Look what this shirt says. Oh, yeah. Pound that like button. Get shirts below. Google searches for Bitcoin up 113% in the past week. I'll take that as a positive, dudes. Yeah, I mean, again, the surge, the Bitcoin surge is what's going on right now in terms of fiat. And it's waking up a lot of people. People are coming back to Twitter. Then there are people that are like, oh, I'm Bitcoin wealthy again. Better spoil it all and buy some fifth tier altcoins. So Bitcoin dominance has gone down during this surge because people, you're not being rational here, people. Again, that's why I say during surges in terms of fiat, you got to have just as a strong hand as when Bitcoin's going down in terms of fiat, because all of a sudden you're emboldened. You're like, oh, well, I'm so rich now. I might as well blow my precious Bitcoin on some EOS. Dudes, think straight. Don't get tempted. Enjoy the surge, but don't weaken your hand, man. And get off on one of these altcoin gamblers. Yeah. All right. Here's a misleading tweet from Bitcoin.com. Okay, these are Bitcoin.com is a Bcash site, and this is the quote. You can go below. Zero hedge, Bcash explodes 50%, and then it goes ... The surge was likely triggered by $100 million trade across 3 exchanges. Well, that makes it seem like there was $100 million Bcash trade across 3 exchanges. No, there was $100 million Bitcoin trade across 3 exchanges. So that ... they really very misleading tweet there. But I mean, they get away with it because they got the ... there. Check it out for yourselves, and you'll just again, and Bitcoin.com, do you like being the villain in cryptocurrency or what? I mean, this just makes people go wilder on you. And again, you can do this if you want to do this, but personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Are you going to want to deal with again, if you're going to store cryptocurrency, keep it on your Trezor. But there's some people that keep it at sites like Bitcoin.com it's Bitcoin. Can you keep it at Bitcoin.com? Yeah, I think you can keep it at Bitcoin.com. It's also it's partially the Pravda of Bcash also. I might be getting a little confused here. But they are. The point is that this tweet definitely is misleading. Makes it seem like a bunch of Bcash was traded. No, it's the Bitcoin that was traded that helped boost the Bitcoin price, and maybe the Bcash price too. All these people got excited about crypto when Bitcoin goes up. So they're like, well, better diversify into Bcash and Litecoin also. Again, diversification for the sake of diversification makes no sense. But there may be people that are just catching the crypto fever when they see the Bitcoin going up, and that's why Bcash and Litecoin are going up. But no, misleading tweet, totally. Check it out. It's linked to below. Everything I talk about is linked to below. All right, I talked about that. So speaking of Steemit, and they now have banners on there. I see there's a Lolly banner on there. And it reminded me that I've seen Lolly advertisements on a few sites. And again, Lolly helps you earn Bitcoin for free. You buy stuff online and through Lolly. You check it out yourself. Lolly's been on the show before. What's his face has been on the show before? The guy in charge of Lolly, who I can't think of his name right now. But I linked to Lolly below. And you can try it out. But they are advertising all over the web, which is a good sign that they are, they're trying to get more people to get Bitcoin. And obviously, they're running a business also, and they want to be profitable. So good for them. They're innovative. It's, you earn Bitcoin while you make purchases at certain places. That's what it is. Instead of getting cash back, you get Bitcoin back, et cetera, et cetera. And if you're going to spend money, why not get Bitcoin when you're spending money on? And again, if you're going to spend money, spend it on things you really need, not on the ridiculous. I mean, you can spend a lot of money on ridiculous things out there, and probably through Lolly. I mean, what they got to cater to the consumer. All right, and consumers. I mean, not everybody can be an Adam Meister type of saver here. But hey, aim high, people. Aim high, and I aim high. That's why I've become this super saver, and I don't need fancy things, and I live in the Bitcoin overlay. I mean, I have no car, I have no cell phone, I have a bunch of free T-shirts that I wear every day that say Bitcoin. But hey, I'm spreading the word also. Moving on. Well, this is something a tweet that just kind of is an example of the people out there that get caught up in the altcoin madness. All right. And this guy's a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. I don't want to rip on the guy. He's got a tweet. It says, I was so adamant about not supporting Bcash and not holding any. I actually need to stop being so stubborn. And he's saying this, it's very reactionary. He sees that Bcash just pumped, and then he's doubting his strategy. He's like, well, maybe I should be in Bcash. Maybe all these Bcash people are right. No. And this is how people end up buying altcoins. They don't have strong Bitcoin hands, and they get fear of missing out on these altcoins. And you should not FOMO on altcoins. You should never FOMO on altcoins. That should be a saying of mine. Someone write that down, or someone make that their saying. Never FOMO on altcoins. Just hold your Bitcoin, because you end up spending your precious Bitcoin on these altcoins. How could you do this? I'm offended by selling. I'm offended by FOMO on altcoins. But this guy's a nice guy. I feel bad for the dude, but he exemplifies a lot of people out there. He's a young guy. A lot of young people get caught up in the madness. They want a fresh new thing. Ooh, that's the altcoin flavor of the month. Better jump on it. No, don't FOMO over that stuff, people. But Bitcoin dominance is decreasing during the surge. As I said before, so many altcoiners cannot help themselves. They had some Bitcoin. Now they got time to get back at. So, I mean, hey, whatever. It shows you that Bitcoin dominance on the coin market cap doesn't matter too much, because Bitcoin is just doing fine and dandy. It's not my fault that people are taking some of their Bitcoin and gambling it on the altcoins. Another tweet. And I don't care that much about this, but it is news and we should talk about it. SEC publishes its long-awaited guidelines on ICOs, the Howey test, and everything else. Okay, so that happened today. Dude, if you're dealing with ICOs, you need a lawyer, basically, okay? And in the future, again, if you're in some other country, you're not really caring what the SEC has to say, except for the fact that your equivalent of the SEC might do the same smackdown on ICOs. And not that there's that much of a smackdown on ICOs. And not that I want there to be a smackdown on ICOs. I don't want there to be. And in the long run, I don't think the SEC is going to be able to control ICOs, although they are centralized and they can penalize the people behind them. They can throw them behind jail. So maybe they will be able to. It's not my concern really, because ICOs are centralized entities. And to me, if you're going to mess around with that stuff, you better be willing to deal with the government and better be ready to deal with the government. But here's Preston J. Byrne says, everyone's freaking out that the SEC released guidelines on token sales and how we test today. There's really nothing new here. Any lawyer looking realistically at token sales will have given advice along these lines for years. Okay, I don't advise anyone that owns a company to try to ICO their freaking company. Okay, it's clear that most people who are doing it are just trying to. I mean, dude, if you want to IPO, do a real IPO, I guess, for now. If you don't want to go to jail and you live in the United States of America. And I think ICOs are cool. I think they are cool, but this is the world we currently live in. I hope the world does change. I hope that the world does change, and I do. In a certain way, I think ICOs, they might be regulated. So some form of ICOs that we cannot currently picture probably will be the way of the stock market in the future. But again, we're at point A and point B is far away, and I don't know how to get there. And frankly, I'm not going to be working on things like that because I'm the Bitcoin Meister, all right? And all you other innovators in cryptocurrency, you worry about that and worry about the SEC. I'm not too worried about the SEC. But it is big news. Poll, remember the poll, guys. Remember the what is this? The public discourse, the providing conflict of interest poll on events. It is linked to below. Again, check it out. Should blockstream researchers lead Bitcoin and crypto to a more transparent public discourse by providing conflict of interest disclosures in their presentations? Someone in Motion wanted me to retweet that, and I have. I talked about it on yesterday's show. It is interesting. This is self-regulation. Instead of the SEC trying to regulate the space, why don't people step up, do full disclosures, and so people know what the presenters are trying to sell or what they're all about. That they're not these people from academia, that some people that pretend to be from academia are really being paid by ICOs or paid by altcoins. It's self-regulation. It's interesting. Check out the poll. Finally, Chris at the Mimblewimble coin, which is a crypto dividend of Bitcoin, coming out on, what's it coming out on 4/20, on April 20th. And that's just, he has a new article that's out there, and it is what it is. He's a big, obviously he's very proud of what he's doing over there. I'm more so mentioning it, just reminding everyone, because people have asked, how do I claim the Mimblewimble coin? When does this start? It starts on April 20th. That is coming up soon. And Chris, he engages everyone on Twitter, and he writes a lot. And for a developer, he's quite the marketer. And we shall see how this turns out. And it's a way to, Mimblewimble coin is a flavor of the month. You're getting it for free. Or Mimblewimble is a flavor of the month that Grin is based around. And we're Bitcoin holders are going to get it for free if you register. And that's coming up soon. So good luck to them. Again, I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. Pound that like button. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon on UK Bitcoin Master Show. I'll also have a show probably tomorrow afternoon. And then Friday, 6 p.m. is This Week in Bitcoin. Click on those squares. See ya. Bye.